All right, we at Field Assets Presents Liquid Assets. I have with me right now the prestigious, the talented, national poet, Tono the Poet. How you doing, Tono?
Man, I'm doing good. Thanks for that marvelous introduction, man. That's the impetus for any great thing. You have a dope introduction. I really welcome that. Thank you for that, man. Thank you.
Man, gratitude to you, Tono. Gratitude to you. So, let's get the people who you are, what's your age, and where you from originally.
I'm Tono the Poet, Tono Wilson. I'm from St. Louis, by way of North Point. I've been toggling between North Point and Waterloo Park the majority of my early childhood. I graduated from St. Louis University. I majored in marketing. I do poetry. Poetry was the impetus for me for music. I wanted to be a musician, but I always keep on toggling back to poetry, and I pride myself on being a wordsmith.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. So, how long you been into poetry, or what made you get into poetry?
So, funny story. It was a young lady I had a crush on when I was like 11, and this was around the time when you could take extra different courses in class. We would take like the AP courses, and one of the courses was literature and poetry. So I took the poetry class, kind of wanted to impress this girl, and I used to write poems to try to impress this young lady. And I ended up getting a number. I didn't end up dating her or nothing, but my love for poetry evolved from there. It evolved from my infatuation with that young lady when I was 11.
Okay, and your age is now?
30.
And you're 30 now. When did you make your first EP? What is the name of your first EP?
My first EP, they actually got to put on there. It's Salah Salome, which means stop and listen peace. I actually wrote my first EP in a psych ward. I had a real bad depressive breakdown in my early 20s. My sophomore year of St. Louis University was going rough on me. I was dating a young lady that turned out to already be married. I was on the wall, had a life trauma. My grandma passed. I had a lot of other deaths in the family. Just dealing with life. And I got to a point where I just became really depressed. I ended up writing the majority of the album on construction paper in the psych ward.
Okay. First of all, I commend you on that. I definitely can relate to the psych ward situation. I'll give you my story later. On mine, I had a 6-day ordeal also. So I can relate, and I just want to say that you made it through that, and that is a blessing, and God got you.
Hey, always. You gotta know that. And I think that's the thing that kept me grounded. The thing that kept me grounded was my faith. And it's funny, even when I'm making different types of music, it's like that always comes to peek his way into the forefront somehow.
Yes.
Like I'll be freestyling and it'll be like, gotta get a shout out somehow.
Yes, give God all of the glory.
For real.
Yes. So, Tone, and then your second EP.
Gotcha. My second EP is a self-titled project. It was Tono. So Tono, it was a real very big project to me. At the time, I got a young lady pregnant. I ended up making a song about my new love for the mother of my child. I talk about family-orientedness. It was a time where I think she felt like she was giving up hope and she was going through a lot because she felt like, oh man, we got to shout out of wedlock, and i.e. all the different negativity. And I wanted to emotionally give her a lot of valor and say, you know what, I love you and I care for you no matter what. And I really had this family-oriented album that I really wanted to put out, and that's the reason why I called it Tono, is because it was so near and dear to me. It was something that I cherished. It was something that fundamentally, I think, explained who I was as a person.
Okay. Did you attend E.I. Bonelli, the Extreme Veteran?
I actually did not.
Okay.
I did not get the opportunity, but I ended up meeting a lot of his constituents, like a mentor of mine was, T-Love.
Wishmaster? Did you meet Wishmaster?
I did not meet Wishmaster.
Okay.
I met one of, I think one of the things used to be at A&R Bowling I met one time too. So a lot of people from this camp I got to meet off
Okay.
and on.
I commend you on that. And I see that you had a self-entitled song called One Love, One God. Can you tell us about that?
So One Love, wow, One Love, One God. That was one of the very, very, very first projects that I put out. I recorded One Love, One God actually at Nelly's studio, and it was a freestyle. It actually started off as me freestyling to a beat over. There was a program called Dynasty Mentoring Hip Hop, with 100 black men, and they were playing different instrumentals, and I was having fun. And I was freestyling, and one thing that kept coming up was one love, one God. One love, one God. His word is my mind. And it was like I was just freestyling around it, having fun. And it was the first song I put out.
I commend you on that. I commend you. I want to go back to, is it Salah Salon? Salah Salon. What really? Okay, you said I see that you talked about the depression. You talked about the depression and everything. And can you give the people how you made it through it? What made you get through it? And how did you get to where you are right now?
My music, my ministry was my music, and that was the thing that kept me sane when I was losing so much. Like when I felt like I was kind of losing my mind, it was the music that kept me focused.
I commend you on that. One love, one God, your entrepreneurship, your local business mind, your curation for a whole assortment of musicianry. You're a photographer?
Yeah, I did photography. I actually was mentored by a photographer named Rimrod. And,
That's my guy.
that's your guy, man. He definitely showed me a lot about ISO settings, aperture. It was one day he was doing a video for me, and it was like, I remember it was a dope thing because at the time my uncle Clark, shout out to Clark, he used to own Motion. He said, if you have anybody shoot your video, who would you want to shoot your video? And I said, I would have no other way than to have Rimrod
Yeah.
shoot my video. And then he gave me so many keys on the trade and just showed me my overall artist. And I think, I mean, to this day, I think a lot.
Shout out to our brother Rimrod Photography. Shout out to Rimrod. How can we contact you on those social media wise? How can we contact you?
For rap and hip hop, you can follow me at Tono Wilson. Poetry is going to be Tono the Poet, TONODAPOET. On Instagram, you can have my contact information, my phone number on those pages as well. So thank you for your time. Matter of fact, can I let you go?
Yeah, go ahead. Yes, you can.
I'm putting in work even on Sundays, showing a big bang of bouquet, a cataclysmic supernova, and I made an antimatter and duct tape. I think before I am eliminated part, so before my mind departs, this earthly heart got me to define as the essence of thought. So it says something like the mental complexion and lessons or a psychological reference to something that God suggested. I'm Ezekiel, I'm preaching to these dry bones, they catch fire like lightning in my spit poems.
I missed it. You gotta redo it.
I know, right?
Redo it.
Go ahead.
Retake.
Liquid Assets presents.
It's a behind the scenes.
I'm putting in work even on Sundays, calling a big bang, a bouquet, a cataclysmic supernova, that God made from antimatter and duct tape. I think therefore I am Mr. Renee Clark, so before my mind departs this earthly heart, now we define as the essence of thought.
Wait. I don't know what's up. Look, you keep saying get out verified server identity. What the hell is that? I never saying that. Go. Behind the scene.
I'm putting in work even on Sundays, calling a big bang, a bouquet, a cataclysmic supernova, and God made from antimatter and duct tape. I think therefore I am Mr. Renee Clark, so before my mind departs this earthly heart, God made me defined as the essence of thoughts. So sin is something of a mental complexion, and blessings or a psychological reference to something that God suggested. I'm Ezekiel, I'm preaching to these dry bones, they catch fire like lightning when I speak poems. Liquid assets, baby.
Field Assets, Liquid Asset presents. Thank you, Tono the Poet.